welcome to a full body mobility session. We're going to be taking it really nice and easy, and I'm going to be jumping straight into the exercises. I'm promising you're going to feel a lot of relief as we get into the new year, but just follow along. And at the end of this video, you can choose to go over it again and again. So the idea is I'm going to go into a flow in the exercises, and you may choose to, on your own, do a second circuit or a third circuit or possibly a fourth circuit, depending how good you feel in the course of the stretch. All right, so we're going to start from the top of our body down to the lower part of the body, and we're just going to start with the neck, and with a very simple movement, as simple as just bring your head down to your chest. So we'll try and bring the chin to chest. Remember, we're stretching, so just try and relax as relaxed as possible. And then raise the chin as far away from the chest so that the back of your head is possibly touching the top of your back. Let's do that 2 more times, guys, at your own pace. Nice and slow, and remember, we'll stretch. Anyone can do this. And even when your chin touches down there, just try to roll downwards a bit to see if you go a little bit extra in there. Nice. And then all the way up. And one more time if this feels good. If it doesn't, just back out and relax. Nice and easy. Second exercise, we're just going to do what exactly the neck is meant to do, which is to look around. We're just going to look to the left, as far to the left as you can see, without your body rotating as well. And return it back to the middle, and of course to the right side. As far back as you can see, you really want to engage some muscles in the neck, just to stress it a little bit for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to the middle. Now let's put a little bit of intensity into it. We turn to the left. When we hit the end there, we're just going to fall back a little, like we're trying to go into a circle backwards, hitting the end of the range towards the right side nicely, and then return back to the very beginning, which is at the chest. Relax again. Let's do it one more time, reversing the other direction. So we go turn to the right, as far back as you can see. Now lean into the right part of your shoulders. Nice. And then relax backwards. You want to feel the muscles of your neck engage. If you got up with a stiff neck, there's a high chance this is the stretch you're looking for. It just really wakes up the muscles in your back in here. If this feels good for you, I want you to go ahead and get 2 to 3 reps on its own, on your own. Next, we're going on to the shoulder mobility. We're just going to start. What I want you to do is just to feel your legs on the ground. Feel your feet gripping the floor. Nice. And in this position, feel your quads, feel your core. So you're tensing these muscles, but not in 100%. It's 20%, 30%. And then feel your hands. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your head in the center of your body. And I want you to just turn both hands inwards. We're going to work with one hand for now. So hand is inward. You're just going to raise this hand inwards like you're going towards the other part of your body, but without allowing the shoulders to turn so much. We'll hit the end of that range, and then we'll try to go outward, still with my palms facing up. We'll hit the end of that range as far back as possible before I start to turn. And then I turn my hands around and then reach all the way back, and then scoop back to the beginning, facing forward. Let's do this one more time on this side. Tense a little bit, so no other part of your body is moving except this shoulder. Nice, you feel that? Now let's go on for the other side. Right hand now, palms facing you. Turn, turn, turn. Really try to keep it facing upwards. When you hit the end of the range, open outward. Hit the end of the range, and then you internally rotate. See what I'm doing with my shoulders, and then scoop it inwards. Very nice. Let's do one more time with the right hand again. Internally. Coop, 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 coop. And then scoop. Very nice. You might hear some popping sounds, and that's totally normal. But just go nice and easy at your own pace. We're set to go with both hands now. So both hands facing inwards. Reach, 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 reach without moving so much, without moving your head, your neck. Just allow the shoulders do what shoulders are meant to do. and then turn outward, nice and easy, and bring it all the way inside. Let's do this one more time, guys. Inward, 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 and then outward. Oof. And just relax. Let's reverse this 2 times and then proceed. Nice and easy. And keep breathing in the process. It's the major difference between you doing something intentionally and you trying to kill yourself. Just relax. Inward, inward, inward. Turn the palms facing outward and return the palms facing inward. This particular stretch is going to be really nice on the top of your neck, through your back, your lower back, and your hamstrings. So if you feel some lengthening in those areas of your body, we are both on the same page. I'm going to have your hands go all the way up. I want you to extend them towards the ceiling. If you can't see my fingertips, I understand, but just make it look like you're trying to take a deep inhale. Reach for the ceiling as high as you can. Shoulders might hurt, but just back down a little if they hurt too much. Just reach, reach, reach. And on this exhale, I want you to really just relax. Round your head, chin to chest. Upper back is starting to bend. Lower back. Just let your spine do most of the movement. Now for most of us, this is where we would end, and that's totally okay. Progressively, and by the end of this session, you should be able to go slightly lower than you did before. So just gradually, 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 wherever you reach, let's just hold there for like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then ease out of it. Coming out the same way we went, just nice and easy, reversing that motion. Don't think too much. Just try to put all the emphasis from the muscles that I want us to feel. And when you come to the top, I want you to feel proud and relax. One more time, guys. Inhale. Really try to feel long, like I was pulling your upper half from your waist. Relax. Exhale. Hands down, and then start to roll forward with your neck. So you feel a stretch from behind the top of your neck. And now move on to the other segment of our spine. Upper back. Take your time. Option to go slower than I'm going. Mid back, and then we're starting to feel the lower back. It's like you're drawing your belly in and just letting the spine do most of the work. Keep reaching at your own pace. Hands on the ground. Give it 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Option in this bottom place is just sway from side to side. I'm going to sway to the right. Take my time as far back as I can reach, and then over to this other side. As far back as I can reach. Over to this other side. And if your hands don't get to the ground, it's totally okay. You can even use your hands to like grab your legs to help you get into that rotation. Nice and easy. Fantastic. Okay. And rest in the middle and just gently roll all the way back, vertebrae by vertebrae, so that your head comes up nice, tall, and proud. We're going into a spine segmentation. In yoga, we call this a cat cow. So we want your shoulders just directly under your wrist, directly on top of your wrist. So that's my wrist directly under your shoulders, and I want your hip directly on top of your knees. So you're just trying to get a box as much as possible. So we're just going to draw this belly in and tilt our pelvis inward. This is our pelvis. This is like our hip. When we tilt it inward, it's called an anterior pelvic tilt. When we tilt it outward, it's called a posterior pelvic tilt. So let's tilt this inward so it looks like you're squeezing your glutes, because of course you're squeezing your glutes. And next thing I want you to do is draw your belly in, so you're starting to get roundness in the back, and then really draw it in so that you're pushing your chest into your spine. So it's not just your belly now, it's your chest inclusive, and then you drop your head inside. So we have a really nice round in our spine.
and then we're getting a stretch from the mid to the upper back, and then we're just going to ease into this position by lifting our head first and dropping our chest next, belly button next, and posterior pelvic tilt. The emphasis of this would be to like really try to push your belly button into the ground, and then the reverse will be to draw your belly button into your spine. Let's go ahead and get 2 more reps, guys. Inhale, exhale, just go. Relax, proud chest, head looking as high as possible, and relax into this position. Let's reverse this, guys. Pelvic tilt, round the back, draw your chest in, push away from the floor so your elbows are extended. Relax your head so your chin is touching your chest again. Take a deep breath in here, guys, and then reverse. This is fantastic for your spine. If you have some mid back, upper back, lower back pain, even waist related pain, this is what you haven't been doing. And one more, guys. All the way in and all the way out. We're going to be advancing to a downward dog. So just around where your hand is, just around where your knees is. Remember, we're still on the box. This is the box. Bang, 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 bam. Fantastic box. We're just going to drop into a downward dog. Option to like really massage your wrist. If it's starting to feel like it's hurting, just putting a bit of pressure the opposite direction actually solves the problem. All right, go into a downward dog. Just lift your knees gently off the floor so that you're pressing into your heels and your chest is going towards your knees. So we're trying to close the gap between your chest and your knees, guys. So just lean into it. 3, 2, 1, and just relax into it. I'm gonna come forward a bit. Let's get 3 more, guys. All right, downward dog. Knees go up. Push yourself. Draw your belly in. Drop your heels to the ground. That's your heel there, guys. Press it. Really try. Now, definitely some of us will not get the heel down on the first or the second, but maybe on the third, or maybe the next day after trying this program. It's totally fine. Where you are is exactly where you should start from. And let's drop the knees again. So let's get 2 more, guys. Go. Breathe into it, chest towards your knees, relax. And 1 more, guys. At your own pace. Good. And go again. Final one here. I want us to do a bit of what is called an elephant walk. Knees coming towards chest. In yoga, they call this a walking downward dog. I'm just bending this knee, lifting these heels towards my chest. So remember, we're trying to close the gap between the chest and the knee. Finally, the chest may touch the knee. And I'll just press back and shift my hip so that I can get this other side. Chest towards knee, knee towards chest. Stretching the other one. So yes, the hamstring behind this leg, your calves, might get a bit of a punishment, but this is a stretch, I promise you. Let's get 1 more on each, guys. Breathe. Try and relax. And just back down. We've got 2 more stretch to go, so stay with me, guys. Go advancing into the next stretch. It's called a lizard lunge. A lizard lunge, down in our kneeling position. Yes, I'm going to have 1 knee in front, both hands beside it. These hands are going to guide you. Now there's option to actually use like a yoga block, 2 pillows, or 2 dumbbells. Now in here I've got dumbbells looking at me, but for the sake of this video I'm going to grab my pillows. So right beside my legs. The higher and the more stable the objects you're placing your hands are, the easier this is going to be. So yoga blocks are really stable, and if your hands can come up this high, you find the stretch so much easier. I'm just going to lift myself up from this kneeling position and put some pressure on my ankle. Yes, so you see from the top of our body, our neck, we've come down to the ankle. I'm going to put some pressure on this ankle, have my hands relaxed on this point. I can do this instead, that's totally fine. Press my heels on the ground, try to achieve a knee over toe. So you can see this is where my toe is. My knee is literally far past it. Totally normal if this is where you are. Just put a little bit of pressure so that the stress you're feeling is about 5/10. That's a good place to be at. 10 is the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. So just halfway through it is what you need to get flexible. Nothing more than that.
All right, and then in this position, breathe, breathe, breathe. Give it 3, 2, and 1. I want us to go into what looks like a downward dog, guys. Walk those hands, preferably pick these pillows because this is where you actually need them. Press the left heel down, and then I want you to try to lift this right heel up. You get that, guys? Just relax here. Give it 3, 2, 1. I'm sure this is burning, and just relax into it, guys. Bam. Let's do it 2 more times. So walk it back, walk, walk, walk. Hands back on the block or the dumbbell or the pillow, and just elevate. You drop the rear heel, left heel is dropped. This is elevated. Let's go one more time, guys. Nice and easy. I swear it's actually a beginner workout. Walk back on the pillow, and nice. Give it 3, 2. Try to go a little deeper. Try to bring your chest a little closer, and try to just get this to relax a little bit more. If it climbs a little over 5, considering it's the last one, it's totally fine, but nothing ridiculous. And relax. Nice and easy, guys. We're going into the other side. So we're on the left side, put some pressure. Work this ankles. We're working this hip flexor under here and the one in front. So let it work. Get this knee as far as possible over your toes. All right. And I just lift, press back in what looks like a downward dog with the right leg. So right leg now, my heels are pressing on the floor, and for balance, my hands are on an elevated surface. You get that? If you can do this with your hands on the ground, it means you're really, really flexible already. Or if you can't, the object can go up as high as this. And let's rock back into the second one. Nice, nice, nice. Relax, relax, relax. And assist yourself in. Let's get one more, guys. Lean forward into it. And relax. Give it 3, chest towards the knee. Last one deserves a little bit deeper. 2 and 1, and just relax into it. Well done, guys. And for the final stretch, we're going to go into the most important one, the one I wish we would spend more time in instead of standing and instead of sitting. There's a squat position. So I'm just going to have you support yourself up to standing. Option to go into a stance a little wider than this. Option to go into a stance a little wider than your shoulders. And we're just going to drop nice into a squat. Let your toes turn outward because you really want to spend time in a comfortable position. And that's the position that your hip and your femur are going towards. You can see my knee, they're going towards there. Really are not going towards here. A few people might find this fun and easy and effortless, but if you find it difficult spending time there, turn those toes outwards so it's a little bit natural for your hips to sit in the middle. Option to have your hands on the ground supporting you so you don't fall backwards. This is called an Asian squat. In bodybuilding, we can call this just a deep squat because you're sitting a little deeper than usual. So try and relax into it. Now there's option to grab an object. The heavier the object, the more relaxed you'll be in your stretch. So this is really weightless. I can do this without holding anything. You can hold on to this with 10 kg. It gives you a counterbalance. So instead of falling backwards, there's 10 kg holding you from falling backwards. So your hands are just in front. From the side, here is what I need you to look like. I'm sitting deep. And I'm trying to be as upright as possible. So I have my 10 kg here with me, as upright as possible. We're just going to spend time here, guys. Give it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and just give it a stretch. We're going back into it. If I had my way, I'll have you do this particular stretch for 5 to 10 minutes back to back, just staying for at least 2 minutes and then go out and then go back in. Now we're advancing this, we're making it easier. You can bring a pillow or a yoga block, just put it behind you so that you can sit into it and feel a little bit comfortable. And if it feels too low, we can double it. We look like this from the front. It's like I'm taking, yes, so it looks like a stool, but a really low one. I'm still working this ankle, getting my knees to get used to this range. And yes, my hips is trying to understand if this is an exercise or if I'm really relaxing. We're supposed to be here for a minute, so just relax and you can hold a little bit longer. Just give it 3, 2, 1. Hands on the ground. Shake, shake, shake. Option to just move about, get a glass of water, and go back in. Let's hold this one more minute, guys, and we're done. All right. So in 3, in 2, in 1, let's sit down to a dip squat. A typical Asian squat has your hands coming into prayer, and your elbow is pushing your knees apart, so your chest can be upright like you're praying. That's an Asian squat. We did it differently so we could progress into it. All right, relax. Option to sway side to side, just to see if you get a bonus in there. We did great, guys. We did great. I hope this was as easy as I said it would be, but sure, it definitely is. So I want you to take your time, guys. Drink some water, rest 2-3 minutes, and then go back from the beginning and see how effortless it actually is going to be. And see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.